Hi everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today is the start of a little mini vlog. I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con again. I am only going Friday and Saturday again, but it's going to be a much busier Friday and Saturday than what it was last year. I really want to get some of my books signed by two of the comic artists that are there, and I have a ton of books by one of the comic artists that I want to meet, and that is Cami Garcia, but I'm going to try and limit myself and not bring all of the books, unless if I go the first day and she doesn't have really much of a line, then maybe I'll bring the rest of my books on Saturday. The other comic artist that I want to meet is Faith Erin Hicks, and I looked on her website and she said on her website that she tries not to charge for signings, so hopefully I can get my books signed. I'll probably buy another one of her books there too because I want to support her. I'm going to be getting my picture with Billie Piper signed. The picture with Billie Piper I got at Rose City Comic Con a few years back. I'm also going to be getting my photo with Christopher Eccleston signed, which is a photo that I got again at Rose City Comic Con. I'm going to be getting an autograph by Steve from Blue's Clues for my brother. He's older than me, but he wants Steve from Blue's Clues signature, so I'm doing that for him. And then I'm also getting a photo op with Felicia Day, and I'll be cosplaying as Cheryl Blossom on Friday and as Dean Winchester on Saturday. So it's going to be a really busy weekend, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope that all of you will enjoy coming along on this journey with me. I have been having bad POTS sometimes recently, so I'm really hoping that I can handle walking around, but if not, I may have to resort to using my wheelchair, which I don't like doing. If people didn't treat me differently, I'd be fine using a wheelchair. Anyways, that's a rant for a different day. So I'll see you in the next clip when I'm on my way to Seattle. Hi everyone, I just got back from day one of Emerald City Comic Con. Well, day one for me because I didn't go on Thursday and I'm not going on Sunday, so tomorrow's my final day. Today was a lot of fun. I have got some very interesting Seattle experiences, you know. There has been a pigeon party outside my hotel room, meaning that there is 3 parking spots in a parking lot that are sectioned off, and someone threw breadcrumbs all over the parking spots, and there's just been all different colors of pigeons flocking there and having a party. Pretty epic. It's weird because I wasn't expecting that, but it's low-key cool because I didn't know there was that much variety in pigeons. One more thing to tell you before I get into the actual Comic-Con stuff, just because I've been having fun Seattle experiences. Well, this one is fun subjectively. It wasn't fun for the person that this happened to, but it smells like piss everywhere downtown, and you know, I don't know if that's better or worse than the past couple of Emerald Cities, because the past couple of Emerald Cities there has been so much weed smoke around that I feel like I'm high every time I step onto the street. But anyways, we were walking back to the hotel after the convention, we're all tired, and all of a sudden my mom, who's there with me because my mom and dad always go to conventions with me, she goes, something wet just got on me, and she's holding out her hands, and I was like, what in the world is she talking about? It's super sunny, it's not raining. I look up and there is some super sketchy looking apartments next to us, and one of the apartments on the upper levels had something falling out of the window. My first thought is that it's pee. I mean, it could have been water, maybe they had water in a cup that they just threw out the window. There's just this mystery liquid that came out of an upper window and landed all over my mom. You know, fun Seattle experiences. I find it funny. I'm sure she didn't find it funny because it potentially could have been piss, but it's funny to me. Now let's talk about Comic-Con, but I should probably warn you that my hotel is next to a hospital and I've been hearing planes going over, and the AC machine is really loud here. So potentially you could be hearing other stuff, but I'm trying to make it as background noise free as possible, but I can't really do that very well in this hotel room. So I started off the day by heading over to the Hyatt Regency, I want to say it is. That is where they have the photo ops and autographs this year, and the autographs are on level 3, and I had to get an autograph today. Let me go grab that. I probably should have prepared by putting everything next to me, but I didn't do that at all. So I got an autograph. I got Steve from Blue's Clues autograph. I think his name is Steve Burns, and he signs with a little paw print, so that's really cute. This is for my brother, who is 24, 25, I'm not really sure. He wanted this, and it was only 30 bucks. And I try and get him things whenever I go to Comic-Con, so I was like, okay, I'm getting you this. He also wanted One Punch Man Funko Pop, oh gosh, I've read the first One Punch Man volume, but I don't remember the main guy's name. Sayama, I want to say? No, that doesn't sound right. Saitama? No. I don't know what his name is. My brother wanted that Funko Pop, but it was 20 bucks. And like, I very rarely pay more than 10 bucks for Funko. I did buy a Funko that was more than 10 bucks, but I was like, I'm not paying 20 bucks for Funko unless he'll pay me back. And he said, no thanks, so this is all he's getting from me for Emerald City. And then I went and I scanned my badge, because if you scan your badges, there's this like giveaway thingy where you scan your badge and then every once in a while it'll be like, you win, and then you get a free book from Epic Reads. I didn't win, but it's just fun, and then you're all like standing there in anticipation, like, is the person in front of me gonna win? What are they gonna win? Last year I won a foam sword from doing that, so I'm gonna go back tomorrow. I probably won't win. I have better luck when I enter giveaways online than in person. So this is what the Friday badge looks like. In case you don't know, I have a disability, and Emerald City is very good at accommodating disabilities, especially compared to the last convention that I went to, who told me that the reason they wouldn't accommodate me was because I was faking. Still don't know whether I want to like expose their name and all the details of what went down, because I don't want them to sue me, but I'm also like, that's so wrong. Anyways, it's a relief to be back at a Comic-Con that actually accommodates people with disabilities. And then this is a lanyard that I wore today, and yeah, I really like it. I was cosplaying Cheryl from Riverdale, and I'll insert a clip of my cosplay right here. Only one person really recognized me as Cheryl. I got a few compliments, but most people were like, are you Max from Stranger Things? And I'm like, nope. But thanks for complimenting my outfit anyways. The issue that I found cosplaying Cheryl from Riverdale is the fact that like she literally wears the most revealing outfits ever, which you do you, but that's not what I'm comfortable with. So I was wearing this like, how do I describe it? Okay. I call them swimming suits, but they're not swimming suits. They're like the things that you wear normally under dresses to like squeeze your tummy so you don't have as much of a gut hanging out. I use one of those under the shirt because the shirt is pretty short, and so that would make it so like if I raise my hands, you wouldn't see my belly. You'd see this like garment instead. I did a little bit of shopping, and then I went and I met Cami Garcia, which I'll talk about in one sec. But let me show you all the stuff that I got shopping today, and this is gonna be basically everything that I spent money on today. So first things first, I really like Demon Slayer. I don't know if you know that. I do. I really want to cosplay a Demon Slayer character, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I also like dealing with weapons at Comic-Cons is a pain in the butt, because you're always like, is it gonna pass the inspections? Are you gonna be able to bring it in? So like tomorrow, I think I don't want to like deal with weapons inspections, so I'm just not gonna bring my weapon, also because it's made out of wood, and like Rose City let me bring it in multiple times in the convention, but I'm not sure if Emerald City is gonna let me in, because on their website they say no wood weapons, so I might just not bring it in. I'll be fine anyways in my outfit. People will hopefully recognize who I am because I'll have like the mark of Cain on my arm and like a red shirt, you know. Anyways, I got myself this little sticker. I believe this was 12 bucks. I love Zenitsu, so I got this for myself. And also the main reason why I was going to that booth was because I wanted to get something for my sister-in-law, and I asked her, what are your favorite animes? And she gave me a list, and I was like looking for stuff from there, and she said she likes Spy X Family, and I saw some stickers and I was like, I think those are from Spy X Family. So I asked the person working the booth. They said yes, it was Spy X Family. I said, can you tell me who your favorite character is, because I know nothing about this? She said that this is her favorite character, so I got this for my sister-in-law. I don't know who this is. She is adorable. I want to get into Spy X Family. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And then I got this little Tanjiro figurine. Came in this box. The only options that I saw that they had there was him, Tanjiro, and Spider Guy. And I liked Tanjiro the best. He keeps falling off the stand. I'll fix that later. And then the only other thing that I bought, besides books, which I'll show you next, is another Demon Slayer thing. So it's like a mystery pack. Here is the options. I really wanted Zenitsu, but I didn't get him, but that's okay because I'm happy with the one that I got. I got Shinobu, which is exciting because I've actually met the voice actress, because I got an autograph from her for my sister-in-law. Because the actress who, well, the English voice actress who played her also voiced Violet Evergarden, and my sister-in-law really likes the anime, so I've met this gal, so it's really cool that I have this. Now onto the books that I bought, and then talking about Cami Garcia, and then I'm gonna wrap up for the day. So there's this university bookstore there, and I always like to go to the university bookstore because they have really good deals on books. So, I mean, they don't have good deals on like brand new releases. So I got one brand new release, which is just normal priced, and then there was like books that were cheap. So if a book has a yellow sticker on it, it is generally like really cheap, and so I always get the yellow sticker books whenever I go to Emerald City. So this is the brand new book that I got. This is Broken Beautiful Hearts by Cami Garcia. I heard Cami talking about this book to the person who was in front of me getting their autograph, and Cami was basically saying that this book made her almost quit writing, and the reason why she's writing graphic novels now is because this book really took a lot out of her. I don't know exactly what this book is about, but it sounds like this has to do something with a toxic relationship, and Cami Garcia, it sounds like herself, had a very toxic relationship back in like high school, I believe it was. I was just overhearing this conversation, so she wasn't like telling it directly to me, and she was saying that this like took a lot out of her to write it, and it made her almost quit. And then someone approached her, Danielle Page, who wrote the Dorothy Must Die series. She approached her and she said, hey, you should write for DC Comics, and Cami was wanting to do a lot of like villains and darker things, and eventually she settled on doing Teen Titans, so that's how she started doing the Teen Titans stuff, because of Danielle Page. But I'm very much looking forward to reading this book. I like most of Cami Garcia's stuff. I say I like most of Cami Garcia's stuff because there's like one book that I didn't like, but I loved everything else but Cami Garcia, so hopefully I'll really enjoy this one. And now on to the ones that were fairly cheap. Uprooted by Noemi Novik. I have heard a lot about this book. I was on the edge between whether like I wanted to read this book or not, but it was $8.98, which it normally is $16 brand new, so that's a very good deal. I don't know if this is brand new or just like reduced price, but that was a good deal, and since I was on the edge about whether I wanted to read this book or not, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm technically on a book buying ban right now, but I'm at Comic-Con, so I can break that ban, right? Then I bought Unwind by Neil Shusterman. I really loved Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and Unwind sounds really interesting. I'm gonna read the back for you because this story just is very unique, and I've heard the YouTuber Vampire Keely Joe talk about this a lot, and it made me really interested in this book. The Second Civil War was fought over reproductive rights. The chilling resolution, life is inviolable from the moment of conception until age 13. Between the ages of 13 and 18, however, parents can have their child unwound, whereby all of the child's organs are transplanted into different donors, so life doesn't technically end. Connor is too difficult for his parents to control. Risa, a ward of the state, is not talented enough to be kept alive. And Lev is a tithe, a child conceived and raised to be unwound. Together they may have a chance to escape and to survive. So it sounds really intense and really interesting, and I've never heard any other books with any sort of similar plotline, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then I got 3 of these. So these are just like little Doctor Who books. They had a bunch of the doctors there. I wanted to get 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, but I only saw 9 and 11 and 12, and I wasn't going to get them, but then I realized they were 98 cents, so I got them. Just little picture books. And then Dr. 12, which also feels fitting to get a Dr. 12 at Emerald City because I've had some great experiences with Peter Capaldi at Emerald City, and Dr. 11th. Oh, there's one more book that I got. I almost forgot to show you this. So my kindergarten teacher's daughter is an author, and she wrote this book, A Quick and Easy Guide to Asexuality. She wrote it with someone named Will Hernandez. I am asexual, so I wanted to get this book. I have heard that it's sort of like a guide for people who don't know anything about asexuality, which if it is, I am going to force some people in my life to read this book so they understand me. Molly Muldoon is a fantastic human being, a fantastic author. If you haven't read any of her stuff, you should definitely go read it. She does a lot of different graphic novels. This is a graphic novel, as you can see, and if you want to learn about asexuality, definitely check this one out. Now, signed book time. I'm going to try and go over this quickly because I need to take a shower soon because I'm going to go down and see my little cousin who is like less than 3 years old and see my aunt and my uncle for a little bit. So I need to finish this video up, take a quick shower. The first book I got signed by Cami Garcia is Beautiful Creatures. I decided to get this one signed because I wasn't going to bring all of the books I own. Like, I brought all of the books I own. They're like back there somewhere. There's another thing that I bought that I haven't shown you yet that I need to grab. I'm all over the place today. So I decided to bring the first one in each series and my favorite one of the Beautiful Creatures series, since that's her longest series. So she wrote, Shauna is a beautiful creature, and she crossed off the S there, and then there's her signature. She asked me which one my favorite was, and Beautiful Redemption is my favorite. And she said that this one means that I like romance. I'm romantic. Sort of, yes, I guess. Here's the thing, I love the idea of love. I don't love the idea of me personally being in a relationship, but I love the idea of love. Is that weird? Is that not normal? I don't know. But this one also, I liked it because it's so like unique and original. So here you go. I love getting books personalized, although I think technically if you want to like resell them, you shouldn't get them personalized, but I'm like, this is for myself, I'm not getting this for anyone else, so I'm gonna get it personalized. And then I got this one signed. This one is my favorite one out of all of Cami Garcia's books. It is phenomenal. And she was saying that Margaret Stoll, the other author of the Beautiful Creature series and its spin-off series, that they're friends and that they wanted to write something else and they didn't know what to write, and then they decided, why not give the fans what they want? So this was a book that was made for the fans because the fans love Ridley and Link. I love Ridley and Link too. I told her that I love Ridley and Link because I love them so much. Yes, the relationship is toxic, but is it fun to read about? Absolutely. Are they fun characters? Absolutely. Again, toxic, but fun. And then she did the cross-off thing too, so that it says Shauna is a dangerous creature. And then this is the final one that I got signed, Unbreakable by Cami Garcia. Obviously by Cami Garcia because I'm getting the book signed by her. Anyways, this is the final one that I got signed, and she wrote on here, Shauna, you are unbreakable. Unbreakable and Unmarked, the second book, are the ones that I've most recently read, and they're such a good series. Like if you love the CW Supernatural, or if you love the CW's Nancy Drew, definitely go ahead and read the series. She was telling me something about the series that I don't know if I'm allowed to like disclose here, but it's exciting news. So if you like this series, like, how do I say this without spoiling like what she told me? If you like this series, there's good news coming. That's what I'll say. She told me that Holly Black, who's another popular author who wrote like The Cruel Prince, was telling her, you need to write a solo book. And Cami was like, I don't know. And Holly Black said, what are you interested in? And I forget everything that Cami Garcia said that she's interested in, but I remember particularly she told me that she's interested in serial killers and demonology. And Holly Black said, write those into a book. And so she wrote them into a book, and it turned out wonderful. And it's just so cool that all these authors are so like connected to each other. Like Margaret Stoll, Holly Black, Danielle Page are connected to Cami Garcia, and they're all like supportive of each other. I love the book community and the author community so much. Let me go grab the final thing that I have to show you, and that's pretty much it. And I'll just have some pictures, like a little compilation from today. Oh my gosh, I'm so disorganized. There's actually 2 more things to show you. So there is this little sneak peek of Constantine Distorted Illusions, which is what Cami Garcia has most recently done, and it was also signed by Isaac Goodhart, who is the like illustrator, artist for this. Isaac was also saying that they should do a Legion and Constantine crossover. I would absolutely adore the heck out of that. Isaac is like super nice too, and when I got a picture with Cami Garcia, she like pulled Isaac in, and there was another person there too, and I'm so sorry, I don't know if she's like a staff member or like an author, but she was sitting at the table, and I was like, come in the picture with us, come in. And so she did, and I was like, I don't really know who you are, but I'm gonna include you in the picture anyways. So she's in the picture too. Her badge said speaker, so at the very least she spoke on some panels, but I don't know if she like wrote a book herself or not. But yeah, I got a picture with those 3 people. The final thing that I have to show you before the compilation of photos is this. This is the only exclusive Funko Pop. There is an exclusive Funko soda thing. Like, I don't really collect those, so I just got this. It's Crusaderette. Funko isn't really here this time. They're having FunCon, something like that, down in Everett, Washington, instead of like being at Emerald City. And they're doing that instead of Emerald City, I think because Emerald City and San Diego Comic-Con are so close together this year. So yeah, now it's time for the pictures, and I need to go take a shower. I'll talk to all of you later, and I'll see you tomorrow, where I will look very different unless I start filming after I take my makeup off again. But maybe I'll film with my makeup on. You can see my facial hair. Talk to all of you tomorrow. I'm back. I'm done with day 2, well, my day 3 of the fall convention. I tried to wipe my makeup off, but like if you see brown smudges on my face, just the remnants of my facial hair. I told myself I would film a little bit of me wearing my cosplay, and like I didn't really do that. I'm just so tired, and our hotel's at the top of a really steep street, so by the time that we get to the hotel I am like pooped for the day. So yeah, today was really fun. It was busier for me, both in terms of like the number of events with a time range I need to go to and with the amount of people there, which makes sense. Saturday is always the biggest day of a convention. I was obviously cosplaying as Dean Winchester, and I got one photo, and I got 2 photos from Rose City Comic Con in 2019 signed. So the photo that I got was with Felicia Day. This is my first photo with her of me in cosplay at a convention. That is just me and her, no one else in the photo too. So that's really exciting. I like went up and I was like, hey, let's do this pose. Cross arms, smile, look at the camera. And she was like, very 70s. And I was like, yeah, not in terms of like, yeah, I meant for it to be 70s, but yeah, in terms of like, she actually talked to me even though it was a brief photo walk. So cool. I love Felicia Day so much, and I want to watch literally everything that she's been in. Also, I had to shove my mask in my pocket. Can you see that? My butt looks like it's sticking out. But that's just my mask. I don't have a butt that sticks out, you know? And then I got my photo signed by Billie Piper. Billie Piper is so nice. Her hair looks completely different now, and her hair now is like my length, darker brown, almost black, with like a little bit of like lighter brown blondish color there. It looks really cute. So I got this picture signed. She said that the picture looked cute, and she said that she needs to wear this outfit again, and I was like, yeah. And she was just really nice, and she was taking the time to like talk to everyone, and yeah, she's just awesome. And I went back for another autograph later with someone else. I'll show you in one sec who that is. And as I was walking in, she was walking out, so we were like 2 inches apart. It was cool. And then the photo that I got signed is this one. This has a story to it about the chaos of getting this signed. So basically, Christopher Eccleston had a whole schedule for today. And also, for some reason, I found out last night, he has stuff on the schedule under Christopher Eccleston and under Chris Eccleston. And I feel like that's gonna really trip people up, and I'm sure it probably is. I was like, why is he under there under 2 names? So I show up, and I get done with my photo with Billie Piper, I get it signed. And I'm like, hey, why are people already in line for Christopher Eccleston? It said that he's not signing again until 4:40. So I went and talked with someone who was like working there, and she was like, yeah, so Christopher Eccleston's schedule got completely rearranged. We don't know if he's gonna come back to sign because he got a new photo op time at 4:50 and he was supposed to sign at 4:40. And this was like at like 2:45 this whole conversation was going down, and I was like, frick. And she was like, yeah, if he doesn't show up you can just go get a refund. I was like, what in the world is going on? So I think what happened, what I gathered, is Billie Piper changed her schedule so that she was not going to be there on Sunday. So because Billie Piper changed her schedule, they had to work out all the team up photo ops with the 2 of them, because obviously the 9th Doctor and Rose Tyler were in a season together. So his schedule got all rearranged, and I think it's because of Billie Piper's getting schedule rearranged and then needing to do the team ups and stuff, which is fine because I finally got his autograph, but like it took forever, and there were like tons of people waiting. We weren't sure if he was gonna show up again or not, so we were all just like waiting. And when I showed up, they had us line up as if he was gonna be sitting on the left side of the table, and when he came, for some reason he sat on the right side of the table, and they had to like rearrange everything, and the lines were a mess. Probably the most chaotic and frustrating autograph to ever get, but he was so flipping kind. He is one of the greatest people ever, and he saw this and he was like, where's this from? And I was like, Rose City Comic Con in Portland a few years back. And he was like, you know what, I think that was my first ever US convention, and I believe it was. He was also like, and I didn't have as much gray hair back then. His hair looks perfectly fine now. He still looks fantastic. And I was like, you still look great even with gray hair. He was super nice, and like he was taking the time to chat with everyone, even though he is very jet-lagged, and we know that because I didn't go to his panel, but I heard someone talking about going to his panel, and basically in his panel he would have to take a few seconds to answer questions, like longer than he would do normally, and he would tell people like, sorry, I'm really jet-lagged, I'm trying to get my brain back together. So yeah, I'm so glad that I got this autograph from him. Now on to some other stuff. So I finally got to like explore the upstairs 6th floor, I believe it is, at the convention center. I saw Cami Garcia there again, and I wish that I knew that she was going to be at her booth today, because she doesn't have any official signings today, because I definitely would have brought more of my books to get them signed, because they do have 5 more of your books here that need to get signed, but it's okay. By the time that I realized she was up there, it was like too late to go back to the hotel room and get my stuff. So when I went up to the 6th floor, I got some stickers, Demon Slayer of course. I suck at saying anime characters' names, and so then I get like self-conscious, and so then I say their names like really quietly, and then it's really embarrassing. So like she had to double check that she heard me right, but like I got them and I'm so happy. So obviously this is Uzui, and he has his little mice there with him. He is my second favorite Demon Slayer character. And then here is my first favorite Demon Slayer character, Zenitsu. And then my third favorite, Tanjiro. And my fourth favorite, Nezuko. But I rank them, but like I love all 4 of these characters so much, and I would literally do anything for them. I feel bad though because I don't love Inosuke as much as the other ones, and so I'm like getting all this stuff of the main trio and not getting any Inosuke stuff, and I feel bad. I'm sorry, Inosuke. Okay, now some stuff that I got on the like 3rd floor. So I got Sasha, this little keychain of her. I need to work on unbending her swords because they're a little bent right now. Why is it focusing on my face? Focus on her. Okay, I'm gonna try and do the like cliche YouTuber thing. That's not really working. Okay, Sasha anyways. I was considering getting Jean, but I was like, no. Sasha, I'm getting you. And then from that same booth, which I bought stuff at this booth before, it just has lots of like anime stuff and I really like it. Oh my gosh, when I was at this booth, my mom pointed at this box and it was all written in Japanese. I believe it was Juju Kaisen, although I haven't seen that one. My mom was like, what does it say on the box? I don't have my glasses on me. I was like, Miss Girly, it's in Japanese. You really clearly don't have your glasses on. So this is another one that I got at the booth. Uzui again. Cute little figurine of him. And also this booth is the one that has like anime figurines and like they're small, but they feel like they're the most reasonably priced because sometimes anime figurines are really overpriced at conventions. I know that all of the anime plushies are considerably overpriced, so I just like don't buy anime plushies at conventions because they're too expensive. Like this one was 10 bucks, which is pretty cheap for a figurine because most of them at conventions are way more expensive. This was obviously Nezuko. And she has a big head and a tiny little body. And then I got an asexual pride pin because I'm ace, and I got an asexual pride flag. A lot of people don't really understand the importance of asexuality to me, but my identity is really important to me personally because we live in a world where like everything is sexualized, and I feel so out of place in this world, and it's only through me finding other asexual people that I'm able to be like feeling more at ease with myself and more comfortable with myself and how I relate to the world. So yeah, I like wrote a whole thing about this for my class, and I could like do a whole entire like 50-page essay on how the hypersexualization of the world makes asexual people feel out of place. Anyways, yeah. I'm not gonna lecture you about that right now, but that's why asexuality is so important to me. That's why I will never stop talking about it on here. These next 3 things I'm gonna purposefully not show on my Instagram so that you will have to watch this video to see them. So they had these mystery autographs, and it was $20 for one, and you could get anybody from like James and Oliver Phelps to like the Doctor Who companions, like literally anybody that's ever been to a Read Pop event. I originally got one, and then I was like, they're only 20 bucks, and I didn't recognize the guy, so I was like, I want to keep doing this until I find one that I know, which I'm glad that after just the second opening of one I found one that I knew, because I would have kept going back until I got one that I knew. I have one here that I don't know that I am considering selling, but I'm not sure. I think this one is the one that I don't know the guy. Yep. So apparently he's from Critical Role. Now I haven't watched Critical Role at all. I know nothing about it. I was just sitting in the lobby in front of the autographing area, and I was asking everyone around me, and I was like, who's this? Who's this? And finally someone was like, he's from Critical Role, and they said his name. I know his first name is Liam. I don't know what his last name is. Don't know him. This is also on cardstock, which is very nice because, you know, if it's not on cardstock, you have to like really use a lot of like extra stuff to make it not bend. That took a lot of words to say and for my brain to work through those words. And it's not even a lot of extra stuff. I just didn't want to pay like $5 extra for another like protector. I'm so tired. I can't think and get words out. So one of these other ones is on cardstock. The other one isn't. I recognize where both of these people are from. One is really obvious. So this one, she's pretty obvious, but not too obvious. Anna Paquin. She played Rogue in X-Men, and I grew up loving the X-Men and specifically Rogue, so I am super excited to have this autograph. I didn't know that she was an option of one to get, so it's really exciting. I mean, I was sort of really hoping for like Harry Potter or Doctor Who, but it's okay because I love her and I'm so honored to have an autograph by her now. And then the next one, I don't know the guy's name, but it's very obvious who he voices, okay? My feet are falling asleep while I'm sitting here. I have to finish this video soon. Kermit the Frog. So I'm not like as into Muppets as everyone else, but whenever I would go over to my grandparents' house, I'd always watch the Muppets. So I do appreciate the Muppets, especially Kermit. I like Kermit and Mrs. Piggy. And I feel like I only started to appreciate characters like Animal and Swedish Chef when I was a teenager. But yeah, I've always liked Kermit and Mrs. Piggy. So that is really everything that I got. I'm gonna try and do like a montage of all my videos from day 2. And that will end this video. Next year, I am only going on Saturday. I'll leave my city on Friday night before the event, and then Saturday I'll be there all day, and then I will leave Sunday morning to head back home so that my mom can go teach on Monday and so that my mom doesn't have to miss Friday. I hope they have some good guests next year, but I hope they don't have like a super extensive list of guests that I want to meet, or else I'll be like really bummed that I'm only going one day. My next event is Rose City Comic Con. I don't really like film anything for Rose City Comic Con. I don't know why, I just don't. But if you want to follow along with my Rose City Comic Con journey, head on over to my Instagram. Same handle as here, although that handle will be changing shortly because I am going to be changing my name on all my social media soon. Not in terms of like changing my name from Shauna, I mean changing my name from SugoiShawn to something different. It's very exciting. It's stressful to me because I don't really do well with change, but I feel like I want a username online that encompasses me and who I am better. More information on that coming soon, but anyways, if you want to see all my Rose City Comic Con stuff, head on over to my Instagram. I am meeting Carrie Payton, Ross Marquand, and I am meeting Giancarlo Esposito for the second time, and I'm considering meeting Sean Astin. If I don't get a picture with Sean Astin, I'm going with someone who I know is planning on getting an autograph with Sean Astin, so I'll probably like see him and be close to him even if I am not getting a picture with him. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I hope that all of you enjoyed my just like rambling and Emerald City Comic Con coverage. I know that I'm not like the greatest at giving coverage because I really awfully suck at vlogging, and I didn't even really try that much this weekend. I just get so caught up in the moment whenever I'm at conventions that I just forget to vlog, so yeah. I upload 2 videos a week, so my next video will be uploaded next Tuesday. That will be a book-related video. I need to go lay down because my body feels like it is searing up in pain. I will talk to all of you later. If you went to Emerald City Comic Con, I hope you had a fantastic time. If you've never been to Emerald City Comic Con before, I highly recommend going. Emerald City Comic Con takes place in Seattle every year. It is taking place in March of 2023. It's a great event, one of the bigger conventions, but a lot of fun. And I'll talk to all of you later. Goodbye!